Welcome to Two Tangled Skeins. This is one of the Pugisodes, and there would be the pug, because I'm talking, therefore he must be in the center of it. Yeah, it is January 4th. It is Sunday, not Saturday. And this is kind of day late, dollar short kind of thing. My modem pooched last night, so yesterday was a wash as far as anything internet goes. So yeah, you can find us on Ravelry. Come join our group, Two Tangled Skeins, and on our website, twotangledskeins.com. And we are on, Sue and I are both on Instagram if you want to look us up. But I don't post much. I really should. I mean to, and then I don't. Yeah. So yeah, what you're here for. Knitting! Knitting! You're sitting on my knitting. You don't care. It's comfortable. It gives me what my mom calls the Betty Davis eyes, and then I don't make a move. I basically have a whole bunch of faux. This is the first one. This is the hat I made for Christmas for a friend of mine. And I have the pattern written up. I just need test knitters. So if you want to test knit, feel free to PM me. It is made out of Cascade Heritage and Lorna's Laces. The purple is Lorna's Laces. It's done in a diamond pattern that's something I modified from one of the Barbara Walker books. And yeah, it's actually really easy. As complicated as it looks, as long as you're okay following a chart, it is really easy color work because none of the floats are longer than 3 stitches. Which means you don't have to worry about tying them in or anything like that. Inside. And I'm actually really proud of it, and she wants mitts, and there's plenty of yarn left over, because this whole hat did not take the 2 full balls. I think they were both 100-gram balls. I know the Lorna's Laces was, and I think the Cascade is too. But unfortunately the tags are over there, and I'm not. So yeah, that's hat number 1, or faux number 1, because she got that for Christmas. And then faux number 2, actually these were faux number 3, and I will tell you why in a minute. But these are Midst of the Roses is the name of the pattern, and it's by the Serena of Socks, whose real name I always forget. It was the kit that Lynn and Sue bought me back from Rhinebeck, because I always pick up, or I have always picked up, Serena of Socks pattern, one of her kits, and they brought me these. And I'm a history buff, specifically an English history buff, or British, sorry. So these are a reference to the War of the Roses from English history, which is why they're different colors and the roses are in different places. They do need to be blocked because they are, I want to say entrelac, but that's the wrong term. It's what the Mary Maxim sweaters used to be, where you're only stitching for part of it. So you can see where this is, it's not stranded color work, which is what the hat is, because the yarn is only in one spot for the other colors. And yeah, these were knit while I was off sick over the holidays. I had gallstones. So before anyone thinks I contracted something horrible, I had gallstones. They're gone. This has been confirmed by a doctor. But this is what I was knitting while waiting for the confirmation from the doctor, because I had to go back in several times. And it was a long, drawn-out thing that probably shouldn't have gotten long and drawn out, but my body's funny and did weird things, and which left people scratching their heads, and medical types scratching their heads, but I'm fine, it's all good. But yeah, the mitts were in response to this, which I have finally finished. I'm hoping you will be able to see the back. It is a cabled sweater, and it's cabled on the sleeves and on the fronts. I don't have the buttons on it yet, but I have worn it like this. I haven't gotten somewhere to buy buttons yet. So that's my latest sweater. This one is Lock Street Cardigan, and it is by Glenna C. Yes, it's by Glenna C. It's out of a pattern book, which booklet that she has on Rav, and I love the patterns in there. But I saw this and fell in love with it. And it is covered in pug hair because somebody was laying on it. And he is completely unrepentant. It's like, you put I put his comforter is actually up on the bed at the moment, and he's rather put out over this fact, because normally it's in a pool on the floor. I have a spare one that I just use in the chair, and yeah. I picked it up. I've been cleaning. So, Lock Street Cardigan by Glenna C. This is done out of Tannis Fiber Arts Yellow Label, which is actually the recommended yarn for the pattern. I love Tannis Fiber Arts. Love, 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 love. So this is a superwash DK, and it's super squishy. And the colorway is truffle, and it's reds and greens and browns, and yeah, actually kind of looks truffle-ish. So yeah, those are my 3 faux, but I had finished this. I wanted to finish it for Christmas. Due to mitigating circumstances, namely me not feeling well, it didn't actually get finished until the Sunday after Christmas, so the 28th. Got finished on the 28th. Looking at the screen that has the dates on it, it got finished on the 28th, and I was talking to Sue online while I was finishing it, and I'm like, yep, I am knitting something small and quick with chunky yarn, which of course means I pick up a sock weight pattern with Intarsia. That's it, Intarsia. With Intarsia, done on 2.25 needles. It actually calls for 2mm needles, which is a US 0. As I was walking out the door, I couldn't remember where mine were. Of course, you know, the second I get on the bus and get my rear end in gear, I know exactly where they were, but I knit them on 2.25s, came out just fine. I actually got gauge on the 2.25s, which worked out quite well. So yeah, that's the faux. I think the mitts took me like 2 or 3 days to knit. Oops, sorry buddy. He hates it when I dangle yarn over him. You are not a yarn holder, are you? As much as I try and make you into one. Yeah, no, not so much. Let's take that out. Of course, I own sock blockers. Do I have any currently in hand? Nope. Am I going to bother getting up to get them? Nope. These are my latest thing. Because we're doing a brown bag sock club in the group, which is, if you look, it's one of the stickied ones. And it's basically, it's a choose your own adventure secret sock club. So you either pick 12 or 6 skeins of yarn and patterns, match them up, stick them in bags, and pick one either per month if you're doing 12 or bi-monthly if you're doing 6. And this is my January pattern. I'm playing fast and loose with the rules, which quite frankly, we're not really going to be sticklers on a lot of this stuff. Sock weight, couple of people doing mitts, Lynn's just pulling from you know. There are some prizes going on, so check the prize thread for what you can actually post as far as prizes go. These are the Rime Frost socks, and they are by, go back, they are by Hansen, and I actually found these out of a cowl that I'm doing for another group, out of the LSG group, and I love the pattern on them. It's a lace and cable pattern. Now, the Rime Frost pattern calls for, let me just pull it up here. For the size I'm doing, calls for about 450 yards of sock weight yarn. This gray ball, I know it's sock yarn, and I know what I knitted out of it. Actually, no, yes it does. I know what I knitted out of it last, and I know that I just used a little bit of it, and it was 83 grams, and it was approximately 400 yards to start with, when it was 100 grams. I am currently playing yarn chicken. I am fairly certain that there is enough yarn in this ball to work. As it's one thing I like about the way I knit socks is because the heel kind of punctuates itself like that. You can fold it over, and that's how I check when, because I did these toe up. That's how I check when they're long enough. Is I get to the decreases, and then I do the because I'm doing the leg right now. I get to the decreases, and then I just do my edging. So I'm checking the weight of the ball, and so far I'm okay. I'm just past, I'm at about 60 grams left, which I've knit almost, I'd say a little bit better than 3/4 of a sock. So I'm fine. But yeah, I picked the ball up and went, it'll probably work out. So I have no, other than gray sock yarn, I have no idea what this is. I listed it as something in my stash that basically came out to the right yardage, I thought, but it's wrong. It's not, that's not the brand. It's 80/20 merino nylon, or wool nylon. I can tell that by feel. I think it is merino. And yeah, as last seen in a shawl I knit. Specifically, which shawl did I knit? Don't do that. Going back. So of course I don't have that handy either. Catkin. It was part of my catkin, which I wore a couple of weeks ago. The last episode, the last Pugisode, the green and gray shawl that I was wearing, that's catkin, which is by Karina Spencer, who's another person. I love her patterns. And it was knit out of whatever this mystery gray stuff is. I knew at the time, I just didn't actually did I write it down? Oh! No, that's not right. Okay. No, whatever I put in isn't actually right, because I put in something that's 50 grams, and I know these came in 100-gram balls, because not a 50-gram ball. But yeah, that was out of one of Art by Anna's party cakes in green, and I wanted to make sure I knit the whole thing. So if you look at the actual catkin pattern, the diamonds down at the bottom, I did a second repeat of the diamonds so that I could use all of the green from Anna, and then this. And I think I just used part of this for like the bind off or something. But, so yeah, these are my January socks, and I am placing them in at least 2 different cowls. Unfortunately, one is my own, so I don't get prizes. What can I say? But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And somebody's basically fallen asleep. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but he's snoring. And yeah, that I've been carrying these around, both of them actually, in my little awesome granny bag. This is the mini one that comes with the larger one that I also have kicking around here somewhere. So yeah, that's it as far as stuff goes. We have a couple of cals going on and a couple of this is why I have a computer sitting next to me. So we've got the Brown Bag Sock Club, and we have a giveaway of an e-copy of Mizansi, which was something that we reviewed on our last full episode. Wonderful, wonderful book. Oh my god, the photography. Yeah, you want this if for nothing else than the photography, but the patterns are stunning as well. That is... let me just get the rules here. We wanted you to tell us and kind of show... stop that. Ooh, and I forgot to turn... Bad podcaster. I forgot to turn off the sound on my phone. It is by Sally Jane Cameron, and she's Pink Haired Girl, or Pink Hair Girl on Ravelry. And we have all the info in the... If you just want to see the pattern book, all of the info is in the thread. It's stickied. And what we want to know is what city or place, no matter whether you've lived there or not, we don't care, where will you always call home? And we want to see pictures. So yeah, one post per person. You have to belong to the group. Post in there. It'll be open until at least next weekend. No, there might be another Pugisode next weekend, because I don't know if we're recording or not. So Sue's off doing stuff on the 10th. So yeah, it'll be open for a while. This might be our longest running one. What else do we have going on? That's the only giveaway we've got, and apparently we have a coupon code for Yarn Mugger's stitch markers, which I had neatly placed next to me, and then I lost them in the drawer. Give me a second. There we go. I've been using, because there's only 3 on here. This set actually came with 5. And they're little leaves on snagless stitch markers, and I absolutely adore them. I've been using them. I used them on this, and what else did I have them in? Now I'm thinking I was knitting on something else recently. Oh well. Oh no, it was this because it was the collar. That was why. Yeah. So, really nice stitch markers, and she's got a 15% off on the Yarn Mugger Etsy. The coupon code is 2TS15, and it runs until the 1st of February. So go check that out. Again, it's a sticky thread in our group, so all the info's there and all of that. Because there may or may not be show notes for this. Leaning towards the may not. Because, yeah, this is me. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The only other thing, and I'm just doing this because I thought it was hilarious. I had a friend over last night, and we were watching old videos, and we went on to Weird Al Yankovic, who is kind of not so guilty pleasure of ours from back in high school, and watching some of his, and he's got a couple of new ones. One of the videos he has out right now is, and these are all up on YouTube, oh shoot, what was the name? Hold on. Yay. Tacky. That was it. Name of the video is Tacky, and you have to go watch this. It's hilarious. And kind of frightening. But in one of the shots, one of the women, because there's a bunch of different people, and I think she's the second person to show up after. boots. Well, Jesse and I, when we saw this, started laughing our asses off because I bought myself these for Christmas. Yep. These are a pair of sequined Uggs. These are actually Uggs. They are green sequined Uggs. I have been wearing them as slippers, which was what I bought them for. I bought them as slippers because my feet and ankles get really cold, but I need an actual, like, decent sole on them. And yeah, she was wearing these exact boots, except in teal, which had actually been the other. I was debating between the green and the teal, but yeah, we're sitting there last night watching it, and I'm wearing these. At which point, that just kind of ended things there. But no, I love Weird Al. I really do, and that video is hilarious. Made more so by the fact that then again, I bought them knowing they were completely tacky and whatnot. And yes, I have actually worn these outside of the house. I wore them to work on Friday. But yeah, that's about it. The pug is apparently falling asleep, and I'm keeping him awake. Yes, I am. I'm keeping you awake. I'm bad mommy. Okay, dude, you really are you'd think you got no sleep. Because, you know, it's not like he doesn't sleep 23 hours a day or something. Hi. Are you snuggly today? You're apparently snuggly today. Yeah. That's it. Happy knitting, happy spinning. We'll see you next week. Hope you all had a good New Year. I'm sorry, I'm disrupting you, aren't I?